If I said homemade pie, would that get your attention? Hi, I'm Jan Diadre, and I'm going to share one of my favorite pies with you. It's my confetti pie. I'm kind of famous for it in my house. And it's made with 3 different fruits, blueberry, apple, and peach. And you know, there's thousands of recipes for fruit pie, but there's a couple of secrets that I want to share with you. We're baking and cooking, by the way, today in Dacor's beautiful new kitchen here at Cabinets by CNF in Scottsdale, Arizona. So it all starts with a pie crust. So for my confetti pie, I'm using 2 unbaked pie shells. Now, you can certainly make your own pie crust. I'm using the store-bought, and I'm using the deep dish. Now, the bottom, or one of the pie shells, which I'm using for the top, is going to remain raw. And the bottom crust, I like to bake just to get it sealed on the bottom. And to give it a little bit more flavor, I generally add a little bit of sugar and just mix that around. So the pie goes in 350 degrees for about 15 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. And I want to share one of my very favorite things about Dacor with you. This is the glide out rack, and it's fantastic because the food glides in and out and you don't get burn marks. Also, Dacor is known for convection cooking, and what that means for you is that that pie is going to be completely evenly cooked, no brown spots. You watch, it's what they're known for. As I mentioned, I'm using 3 different fruits: fresh blueberries, fresh peaches, and fresh apples. And you can buy frozen blueberries and frozen peaches and frozen apples too. By the way, I have to tell you, I mentioned that I'm famous in my family for the confetti pie. It was so popular in my family, I decided to put the confetti pie on my restaurant menu. And I remember one week right before Thanksgiving, I made 700 pies. They were going out the door quicker than I could bake them. So, okay, so we're gonna start with the berries. Each fruit is cooked separately because I really want the flavor of each individual fruit. So in go the blueberries, about 2 cups, and I'm going to start them with just a little bit of water, and then to each one of my fruits I'll add some sugar. Now I'm going to cook them for just about 5 minutes on medium-low because I don't want to break up all of the berries. I just want to get them sort of nice and jammy-ish. Okay, great. Okay, while those are cooking, we'll start on the apples. And I'm using Granny Smith apples, of course. They make amazing apple pies. Now, I'm not using a lot of each fruit because I'm using 3 different fruits. But if you really want to mound the confetti pie high, use about 3 or 4 apples. And you should be good to go. These are also going to get cooked on the cooktop with a little bit of cinnamon and some brown sugar. Okay, one of my favorite gadgets, an apple core. Makes it so easy. Just removes that core right away. And if you're going to make the apples, if you're going to slice the apples ahead of time, let's get that little one out of the way here. One of the things that you can do is just give it a little shot of lemon juice, and that's going to absolutely prevent those apples from going brown. Good. All right, those are great, and those are going to go over to the stovetop. All right. Now for the apples, I'm going to use some brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Nice. You can give it a little pinch of salt if you want as well. And we'll get those cooking. Again, you want to just get those nice and softened. I like being able to have the chunks in the confetti pie. And you can definitely overcook the fruit. All right, got the blueberries going, got the apples going. Now let's do the peaches. And I'm using fresh, clean peaches. You can find them in the frozen food section, of course. And I really love the white Babcock peaches, but for confetti pie, for peach pie, the yellow really work well. This one's a little guy here. Just want to take that peel off. And the combination, when you make this confetti pie, the combination of the berries and the apples and the peaches, you can taste each one individually. By the way, I would normally cook the fruit in one particular pan. I would do the berries and then wash the pan, do the apples, wash the pan, do the peaches. But as you can see, I've got a stunning Dacor 6-burner stovetop here, so I'm taking advantage of everything. All right, peaches are going in. And again, I'm going to use a little bit of water just to start them. And this time I'm using some white sugar again. Great, all right. Turn that up and we've got all 3 fruits cooking away. This is gonna be phenomenal. All right, once these are cooked down, then we're gonna be ready for the topping. Like that. Apples look good. Blueberries, almost done. All right, the bottom crust is done. Look at that, what did I tell you? Perfectly even brown. Now, I've been cooking on Dacor for about 36 years on television and in my home and in my restaurants, and this is why I can count on this technology. All right, we're ready to build my confetti pie. So all of the fruits are done, the berries, the apples, the peaches, and as you can see, they're still nice and chunky. So I'm going to start with the apples, and because we've already pre-cooked the bottom, it's not going to get soggy, which I really love. And when you put it back in the oven, when we bake the top, it's not going to take long because the bottom is already cooked. So I'm going to just start layering, and remember the reason why we took the time to cook the fruit independently is because we want to be able to bite into those flavors and be able to taste the apple and to taste the berry and to taste the peach. So now I'm going to layer it with a little bit of the berries. I'll tell you what, this pie, as I mentioned, kind of made me famous in the family, especially during the holidays. It's a great gift from your kitchen any time of the year. All right, and now for the peaches. Can you see how beautiful those colors are? Absolutely gorgeous. And if you're just doing an apple pie or a berry pie or a peach pie, you can just use the same method. All right, I think today I'm going to load it up a little bit high. So let's add just a little bit more of those beautiful apples with the cinnamon and the brown sugar. There we go, that looks great. And then I want the colors to kind of peek out over the top. So I'm just going to lay just a little bit more of that beautiful bright orange. All right, that looks fantastic. And now I think we're ready to top it. Now I've got that other unbaked pie shell, or what I'm going to use for this one is you can find the rollout pie in the refrigerator section of the grocery store. And I'm going to be decorating with some cookie cutters. And so I find that this works really, really well. So I'm just going to roll it out. And at this point, you can decorate your pie any way you want. You can do lattice, or you can just do random designs on top. Especially for the holidays, I like using cookie cutters, and I like using the, just the maple leaves. And again, you can use any cookie cutters you want, but you can always find the leaf cutters. Now I'm going to give you a tip for scoring the leaf so it really looks like a leaf when it's baking. You're just going to take a knife and very gently score it straight down, and then again, we're making the veins of the leaf, right? And then just give it a couple of scores here, just sort of random. And then when we put this on the pie and it cooks, it's going to open up and look exactly like a leaf. Now I'm just going to put these around the edge of the pie, and what I want to do is I've got an egg white here and a little bit of egg yolk. The egg white is going to make it nice and shiny, and the egg yolk is going to give it a really beautiful golden look. So it's kind of the best of both worlds here. One egg white and about a half an egg yolk, or you can just do one egg and mix it up. All right, I'm just going to continue building my beautiful confetti pie. Now, if you don't want to go through the trouble of using cookie cutters or making decorations, you can just use that unbaked pie shell, lay it right on top. And I've done that before, and then I've added just a few of, the berries and the apple and the peach on top, and it just gives it a completely different kind of a rustic look, and it's really nice. The nice thing about my confetti pie also is that you could make it ahead and you can freeze it. It freezes really well because it's fruit. All right, and then I'm going to take a little bit of dough, put a little holly berry there, and then I'm going to take that egg white, and it's about a half of an egg yolk, and glaze it, just like that. Now the beauty is that since the pie shell is already cooked, as I mentioned, it's not going to take too long to go back in the oven. You just want to sort of make the top golden brown. But before it goes in the oven, we're just going to top it off with a little bit of berry and some nice, shiny, decorative sugar. And that's just going to kind of bloom in the oven. All right, beautiful. That goes back into the oven for about 15-20 minutes, 350, until it's nice and golden brown. And we have pie, confetti pie, the confetti being the colors of the blueberry and the apple and the peach. The pie that assures that I get invited back to parties time and time again. All right, it's awfully beautiful, but not too pretty to cut into, which we're going to do right now. It's wonderful served hot or cold, with or without a la mode. And again, you can freeze it and it's just as delicious. All right. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous and delicious. I'm so glad I could share this treasure with you, and I've got the recipe for you right here on this website.